Hey everyone, in today's video, as you might have guessed by the title and the thumbnail of it, we're going to be covering the Disco Discount plugin. And just to say a few words before we begin, this is one of those plugins that you might have seen on my channel. There are some plugins that I do recommend based on their user interface because they're very simple to use. They're not clunky. They're easy to work with. You know what I mean? And this is one of those plugins. And I want to personally thank WebEpic for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity to show you and explain to you what is it all about and why you might want to consider using it in your next project, discount, or your WooCommerce store. They obviously sponsor this video, so thank you WebEpic again for doing so. And for you who's watching this, we have a lot to cover, as you might have guessed it. So just before we begin, I just wanted to remind you there are always timestamps down below in the description of this video and throughout the timeline of this video. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So first thing first, as I usually do on all my tutorials, we'll begin by installing the free version. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but we're going to be also looking at the pro version. So you'll get both of these versions in one video. So you'll be able to decide whether you need only the free version or the pro version. One way or another, the link will be down in the description of this video. So feel free to check it out. I'll also be covering by the end of this video, the pricing and why you might want to upgrade to the pro version. But again, I'm leaving it only up to you. So as I said before, let's begin by installing the plugin. So navigate to plugins and then add plugin. Then over here in the search box, you want to search for Disco. And there we go. You want to install this exact plugin by WebEpic, as I mentioned in the beginning of this tutorial. So click install now and then head over and activate it. Now, right away, you might be able to see right here on the left sidebar, the new item here, Disco. So we'll navigate over here. So we have this beautiful notice and I'm gonna click the remind me later. So we'll get it out of the way. But as you can see here, we have a very clean, simple UI, as we can see here, and you'll be able to see how we're gonna build up on top of it. So currently we have no campaigns available, but the campaigns are actually those discounts that we're gonna be creating depending on what you need, whether it's on a product depend discount, it's a bulk, buy one, get one, free shipping, you name it. So I'm gonna be showing you exactly here, but as I usually do, I wanna first of all orient you on the interface so it will be easier for you to navigate and know your way around this plugin and interface, so you'll be able to create those discounts right there on the spot. So let's begin over here. So we have the title, discount campaigns right over here. We have bulk actions over here. We have enable, disable, delete. So we're going to be returning to this just in a few minutes. And here we have the create discount. We're going to be creating one together or a few to be correct. And here we have import if we want to import some discounts from other websites or other projects that we had, you name it. And then we have also settings. Now, those settings, if we'll head over there, we'll be able to see that we can tweak some things here and there. And I must say that compared to other plugins, discount plugins to be correct, this interface or these options are actually much more or even simpler than what I've seen in other discount plugins. I'm sure they're going to be adding more in the future. If not, that's perfectly fine with me because you have here a lot of things and a lot of options to configure. And I would show you in the buy one, get one discount, what the power of this plugin specifically and why I love this specific functionality. And again, the interface, you'll see that. But let's go back to our settings. So we have here the product price type. So here we can tweak that around depending on the sale price or on the regular price. That means that if we have a discount that we want to subtract or give a discount specifically, depending where it's going to be on the sale price or on the regular price. So let's say I have 10% discount out of 20, and then I want to subtract it not on the regular price, but from the sale price. And now we have also the minimum maximum discount amount, and we can see here, we can decide where it's going to be from the minimum or the maximum. The next thing we have here is the coupons and campaigns behavior. We can decide whether we're going to be choosing to give a discount from both coupons, whether it's going to be our campaigns or whether it's going to be from WooCommerce coupons. So just to be clear, so you have the option to give discount, whether it's not only depending on the discount plugin, but rather from both of these, whether it's going to be a WooCommerce and Disco acting together as giving discounts on your website to your clients or to your users. Or you can decide where it's going to be only from WooCommerce coupons or only from Disco coupons or campaigns, as you can see right over here. Now, the next thing we have here is WooCommerce on sale badge. We can show the sale badge or we can can disable that, as we can see right over here. Do not show on sale badge. The other thing here is we have the strikeout price. Now, usually when I see discounts or product on discount, depending on the website I'm browsing, you can see here we can show whether the strikeout of the regular price would be shown. So we can see here whether we're going to be showing that shop page, product page, category page, and cart page. I just wanted to show you and going briefly what each of those does. As usually we have the option to go back or save the options if we have configured that differently. So let's head over and click back. And then over here, as I said before, we're going to create a new discount or a new campaign. So we'll head over and click create a discount. And as we get here, we'll be able to see that right here on top, we have 3 tabs. So we have the campaign setup, design blocks, and summary. Currently, to recording this tutorial, these top tabs are not available, but they will be available in the future. So do take that in consideration. Now, right here on the bottom, we have the campaign name. So you want to give a name so you'll be able to recognize what the campaign or what the discount that you have given on your website. So you'll be able to enable it or disable it or save it, and you'll be able to know at a glance what that discount does. So it will be easier for you to navigate between all your discounts on your website. Beneath that, we have the discount intent. So we can see here we have the based on product, we have based on a cart or shipping, bulk, bundle, and we have BOGO, which is buy one, get one, is only on the pro version. But as I told you before, I'm going to be enabling the pro version also in this tutorial, so you'll be able to see what you get also over there. Let's begin with our first discount, with product discount. So let's say, for example, 20% for all products. There we go. And also we're going to be choosing our product. And then over here, right as we chose one of our options on the discount intent, we'll be able to see that we have more options to choose from. So we have the discount, we have all products or just a few products. So depending on what you choose, it will show or hide different options. So let's say I have all products, so I don't need to choose any other products. So we can see here we only have the user limit. So if we want our users to a specific number of times when they're using this discount, for example, I want to enable it only to 1. There we go. And this field is actually a number field. So for example, let's do 20 times if I want to do that, and also 1. But I don't want to limit my users and using this discount, so I'm just gonna leave that as it is. So we can see here unlimited. Now we can also see that we have the valid between. So for example, you have Halloween coming up soon, or you have Black Friday coming up soon. So let's say I have today, as of today, we have the 14th of October. So let's do from tomorrow, then we have month, and then we have 2025 currently to recording of this tutorial. And then I have up to the 24th or 28th. It was, no, let's do 28th. Yeah, that's good. And then up to November, and then also 2025. So I'm going to be also including like a little bit more than a month. And also I will be going into the Black Friday discount. So I think I'm going to be covering that also. Beneath that, we have the product rules. Now over here on our discount type, we can choose whether it's going to be a percentage discount or a fixed discount. So as we can see here, whether it's going to be in dollars, euros, whatever your currency on your WooCommerce or WordPress website, the number or the discount will be applying to your currency. So for example, let's do a fixed discount, but I usually do the percentage discount. So for example, let's do, again, as we said before, 20%. So 20%, as we can see here, 20%, whoop, there we go, 20. And then also here, let's say I'm fine with that, but I want to choose specific products. So let's head over back to our filter products, and then I want to choose the few products. So over here, as I told you before, it will display or hide depending on what you choose. So here I can search for products, and this is exactly what I told you, that it is a very simple, clean user interface. Now, let me show you what I mean. For example, let's do snake, right? It was snake rattle or something. Yeah, rattlesnake tail. This is one of the things that I really like about developers or companies do that, because it is such a very simple and clean and beautiful interface. This is my personal opinion. So we can see here the name, we can see here the number or the ID of the product, not the SKU. And then we can see here also the image of it. And also over here, when we choose it, it will add up over here, right here on the right. So we can see here total 1 products have been selected. Now, let's say I want to choose another product, for example, money something. Yeah, money plan. There we go. So we choose that. It will also add up over here. And again, we can see the name clearly, and we can see also the image in a very, very small thumbnail. But again, this adds up to me personally that I don't have to go to my products and search for the product for the exact name and know exactly what happens and where and what, and it will just clears all this clutter out of the way. So let's head over to our conditions because I've already chosen my products. Add a condition, and over here we can select a filter. Here I must warn you, but it's a good warning. Yeah, we have a lot of filters here. So we have product card item, so we can see we can have ID, SKU, title, description, short description, attribute, categories, tags, and so forth. Now we can see here that some of these are again only in the pro version, such as WooCommerce brands. If you have brands on your website, do know that the free version does not cover that, but you have still a lot of options. There is URL availability, stock quantity, stock status, weight, and so forth. There is so many options here. Obviously, I'm not going to be covering each one of those selected filters in this tutorial because otherwise it's going to be for hours, but still there are a lot of in the free version still that are very, very worthy to look at. For example, currency, yes, you can do, or it also happens to work with other translation plugins. Yes, this discount plugin is also working with other translation plugins. Yes, like WPML as I remember, but we're going to see that near to the end of this video. And here we can see the regular price, sale price, and so forth. And here we have the product attribute, tax, and shipping. So we can see your tax class, tax status, shipping class, and product purchase history, which I think is amazing, really amazing. I know it's in the pro version, but just look at what we have here. So last order date, for example, I want to take all the orders or all the users who did orders since, I don't know, the beginning of October, right? And I want to give only to those who did from the beginning of October, I want to give a specific discount. So this is actually fantastic. Or for example, if we're going to go even further, the number of order made with a product, or if we're going to go even further, number of amount sold with a product, or number of quantities sold with a product. So we can see here there are even drilling down depending on what you need. So you can see how you can get wild with those discounts. And I'm saying this based on experience because I said before there are, oh, by the way, I just noticed that I haven't put any time limit to the discount, but I'm going to be coming back to that just in a second. But this is exactly what I said before about other discount plugins that I haven't seen in other, or I haven't seen yet in other discount plugins. And this is actually a great feature. I know it's in the pro, but just bear that in mind for a second, and we're going to be coming back to that soon. And also we have here the customer. Customer is logged in, user role, country, state, zip code. Also here we have a customer purchase history. For example, it is his first order, he gets 20%, which again, I haven't seen in other discount plugins yet. We can see here also, for example, number of order made by a customer. So for example, I want to give a specific discount for those who are buying on my shop regularly. Let's say he did 10 orders so far. So why not reward them with, I don't know, 50% discount? I don't know. I'm just being large here, yeah, but I think you get the point how many things and how many discounts you can make with this specific discount plugin. And this is very, very powerful. When I was exploring that, I was amazed by the options here. Let's select something specific. For example, let's make, I don't know, price. Okay. And price is equal to, let's say, I don't know, $20. Okay. Oops, $20. And there we go. Or rather, I would go with not only equal to, but greater than or equal to, because sometimes if you have a lot of products, let's say 1,000, 2,000 products on your WooCommerce store, I don't know if you remember each price of each product. So here I would go with the greater than or equal to. But again, this is only one option or one way to look at it. Again, I can completely disregard those changes. For example, if I want to trash that, there is the trash bin right here on the right. And also we can add another condition if I want to, and an or. For example, I want to use an or. Let's say the title is, let's say, I don't know, equal to, and then plant. All right. And here again, we can drill down even here a lot of options. And oh, for example, I can add another option, and let's say it's a title equals plant, and it has a price. Say, let's head over, and here, let's say price, it is equal to, let's say, sorry, not equal to, but greater than or equal to, let's say 15. So we have the price greater than or equal to 20, or the title of the product is equal to plant, and the price is greater than or equal to $15. So you can see here how many things or how many options you have here. But again, I'm gonna totally disregard that, and I just want to give 20% for this specific product. So in my case, I'll head over and completely disregard all of these changes by clicking the X icon right here on the bottom right of this section. So with that, and there we go, I just completely erased place all these options. Now, once I'm happy with what I've done, and before I do the save and exit right here on the bottom, I'll head over and add the time. So for example, let's do 10 a.m. and then let's round that to 10 a.m. Why not? And there we go. So I have my discount completely ready. So I have the rattlesnake tail and the money plan. And over here, I have 20% discount. So let's head over, save and exit. And once that is done, we can see here the notification new campaign added right here on the top right. And also we have here the mode. So we can see here, first of all, we'll be able to choose whether we want to do something specific to the discount or campaign. And also this is what I said before about the bulk actions over here. So we have enable, disable, or delete. And here we have the mode, whether it's enabled or disabled. We have the campaign name. That's why I told you before, you would want to name your campaign reasonably so you'll be able to know what this campaign does on your website. And also here we have the intent, whether it's a product, bulk, buy one, get one, so forth. And here we have the discount type, percent, 20%. When we have the date, created date, and so forth. We have also the status. We can see here it is scheduled. So currently it's not running. It will run in the future, meaning it will run tomorrow. And here we have the actions. So for example, if I click that, we have the edit, duplicate, export, or delete. And this is where the import comes in to play. Now, let's view the discount on my website. So let's head over, I'll open up in a new tab and we can see here I have my beautiful website, and let's head over and add some of these plans to my cart. So here I'll add to cart the money plan, and then I have also the rattlesnake tail. So let's add those to my cart, and then let's head over to my cart and let's see what happens in my cart. Now, you might have noticed that nothing here has changed. The discount is still not running, but let's enable that and remove the scheduling, shall we? So I'll head over back and remove the scheduling altogether. So let's remove all of these. Yep. There we go. Now let's update. So by clicking the update button right here on the bottom, and then let's head over back to my tab over here of my cart, and then let's hit refresh. And there we go. We have 20% discount out of 20, and then 20% discount out of $45. And we can see here we have $52. Now let's head over back and then let's add a new discount. So let's update and exit because we've done everything we needed here. So let's add or create a new discount. And over here, I want to change the cart. So the cart is different than the product. Some of these things, they are different on their intent, depending on what you need. Because some of them, for example, the bulk and the bundle, they might look similar, but they are different. I'll show you that in this tutorial. But for example, the product is only to specifically the products, and the cart is applying to all the cart or all the items that you have inside your cart. And the shipping is applying only to the shipping of the products. The bulk is how many products you want to compile into one. I won't call it a bundle, but you can call it how many things you want or you intend your users to buy in one go. And then a bundle, if you want to bundle some of those, let's say 3, you get 10%, 5, you get 20%, and so forth. And then you get the discount. And buy one, get one is, I think, self-explanatory. So yeah, let's head over with our cart discount. So I'll choose that and then I'll name the campaign. So let's say I want to give 10% discount on all the items in the cart. There we go. Now we have all the products, and we can see here under discount, the user limit is only on the pro version of this plugin. So up to this point, we were working with the free version. So let me upload the pro version and show you the pro version already enabled, meaning we'll have all the pro version limitations out of the way, such as the buy one, get one, and also the conditions. And when we add one, we can see here also the pro feature. So let me enable the pro version and let's see all the limitations been lifted off, and we'll be able to work freely. So in this case, I'll head over to my plugins and then I'll head over and add new, and I want to upload the pro version and then I want to enable it. So in this case, I'll head over, upload the plugin, and then I'll upload it right over here. And there we go. I've already started installing. And the last thing that I have to do is also click activate plugin, and we have our pro version on our website. After I've uploaded the pro version, let's head over back to our cart discount and let's see what we have. Let's head over here. And one thing before I continue, I want to save it right here on the bottom. So discount value is required. All right, so let's do 10%. This is what's the discount. So discount label, let's do Halloween, shall we? As Halloween is around the corner. So Halloween 2025 celebration, shall we? There we go. And yeah, let's hit save. And now let's refresh. So we'll have all the pro features or all the pro limitations here left it off. So let's hit refresh. There we go. Now we have also the buy one, get one, but again, we'll get to that just in a few minutes. payments. Now we can see here that now we can use the user limitation. Also here we have all products or just a few products. Again, this is only depending to your preferences and what you want to give specifically depending on your cart. So for example, let's remove the previous discount. For example, let's disable that. So we have the 20% off on all products. So let's disable that. And we have here the campaign has been disabled right here on the top right hand corner. And then over here, if I'll head over back, we can see here that I can choose a few products and I will show you how they would be applied. Let's choose again the money plan. Money plan. There we go. And then we have also the rattlesnake, right? Rattlesnake. There we go. Let's add that. So both of these are gonna get let's leave that as 10 discounts. So it's gonna be a little bit different. And we have also the Halloween celebration 2025. Great. So select discount type. So let's give it percentage discount. And here I'm gonna leave that as it is. So very simple, nothing too fancy with any conditions. So let's hit update. And now we can see here the campaign has been updated, but you can see here that first of all, I've lowered the discount value. So it was 20, now it got 10. So let's head over to our cart. So now the cart will be updated. So let's click update on or refresh on our website. And we can see here, there we go. So first of all, you might be able to see right over here, Halloween 2025 celebration. So it already tells me why do I have this discount? And it is only specifically to my cart. Now let's head over to our website and see what happens when I add another product. So let's do it very simple. So we have here $58.50 over here as a total. And let's add something very simple. Let's do the star cactus. Why not? So add to cart. Now let's head over to our cart. Let's hit refresh. We can see it already updated. So from 95, we can see we have 6.50. Now, only the products that I've chosen specifically got the discount. Now we can see it not going to be displaying over here as we saw before. It's not applying to the products. It applies it only to the cart. So we can see here it shows 20, 45, and 30, but it subtracts the number or the discount specifically here as a specific coupon, you can call it, or a specific notification. So the user would know why he has this discount. So we can see it right over here. This is specifically to the cart discount. Now, once that is done, you can either click update or update and exit. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to exit out of that. So the campaign has been updated. Great. Now let's head over to our shipping, because now let's say the user wants to buy 10 products and I want to give him, look, if you're going to buy 10 products, you're going to get free shipping. Why not? It's fair. So let's disable this last discount and let's create a new discount, shall we? And here we have the shipping. So I'm going to choose the shipping discount. So let's do free shipping over 10 products. Now, I'm not gonna enable all products, but if he buys specific products like the rattlesnake, there we go, rattlesnake tail, I'm sorry, and he buys specifically, let's say we have the quantity, right? So I'm gonna scroll down until I'll see the item quantity. There we go, equal to, or let's do greater than or equal to, so 10. And then I'll click save. Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna return to my cart. And then over here, I'm gonna hit refresh. So the Halloween 2025 celebration would be removed, but let's do the rattlesnake. Let's do, for example, 9, then click update cart. Nothing would happen. But if I'm gonna increase it to 10, then nothing here will be showing up. But when I'll proceed to my checkout, then I think I haven't made any shipping so far on this website. So let me correct that right away. As we can see here, I've fixed the problem with the shipping. I just forgot to add shipping to this website, and we can see the free shipping appearing right over here. So he won't need to pay an extra $30 for the shipping because he already bought 10 rattlesnake tails. So I'm gonna give it for free shipping on the house. Let's head over back to our cart, and in here in the cart, what I want to do is lower the quantity of the products. Now, why I'm saying this, because what I did here is I went over and I did an item quantity, meaning all the items inside the cart, as we'll be able to see here, because it goes under the cart and then item quantity, meaning all the items in the cart will have to be greater than or equal to 10. So I'm going to demonstrate that just in a second. I'm going to click update once more. And then what I want to do is lower it by 1. And you'll be able to see here that the free shipping would still appear here, because we'll see here 9 plus 1 plus 1 equals 11, and meaning it still shows the free shipping. But once I'll lower it down to 5 and update the cart, the free shipping would disappear. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we can see the shipping here is only applying depending on what I've configured over here. So rattlesnake here, this is great, but it also applies specifically to the cart and the item quantity. Once we're done with this type of discount, I'll head over, click update and exit. And then next thing here, I would disable that, and I'm gonna show you the difference between bulk and then bundle discount. So let's head over, create a new discount, and then over here, bulk discount. So for example, buy 5 for, let's say 15%, because we have 10, 20, so 15 in the middle. So let's do all products, sure. And then we have minimum quantity. So for example, let's do 10, and maximum quantity, let's do 50. If somebody wants to renovate his house or buy a lot of plants to his garden, why not? So we have your percentage discount, and we have the discount value. So let's do 15. And then also the conditions. Again, I'm not going to touch that just at the moment because I've showed you how many options we have here. So let's leave that as it is. But again, just I wanted to show you here that only in the pro version, we have also all the customer purchase history, as this is my first order in this website. So we can see here is first order, it will apply, last order date, last order amount, and so forth are available to us, and so forth. So again, I'm gonna disable that because I just want to show you it as simple and clean as it is for the bundle and the bulk, and also for the buy one get one. And again, I promise to show you something specific in the buy one get one, so we'll get that just in a few minutes. So here we have minimum quantity, maximum quantity, percentage discount 15. Great. Let's save and exit, and let's see our discount in place. So we have here some of these discounts are already displaying here, but we can see here they are disabled, and we can see your bulk discount, everything here right in front of your eyes. Nothing here is mixed out or something not showing here, and everything is in a glance. So let's return to our cart and let's click refresh. So here, obviously it would not show us anything, would not give us any discount because we're not yet to the threshold of the discount. Over here, let's do 10. And so it's going to be 16. So update cart, and there we go. We have a 10% discount, which we can see here, $45 as a discount. Now, this is the bulk discount, as we can see here. So if I'll head over back to the discount itself by clicking the title, that's what I did here. When you hover each one of them, we can see here it will be highlighted or be turned into bold title. So I just press the title and I've been redirected to the discount. And over here, as I told you before, we don't have here any recursive, we don't have here any tiers or any out of that. So it's simply buy 10 or up to 50, get specific discount and any other specific conditions or specific products and so forth, and limitations, and valid from and to. Now, if I'll head over to the bundle discount, so I would exit out of that. So I'll head over and click cancel right here. What I did here, I clicked or I pressed the left bottom hand corner over here on the cancel button over here. I'm going to disable that one specifically, and I'm going to create another discount. So over here, I'll head over to bundle, and then over here, let's do bundle for Halloween 2025. There we go. This is exactly what I wanted to show you here. So we have here the bundle rule. So we have the item quantity. So for example, I want to make 3. We have a percentage here. Now here, you do note that I don't have here any range of products that I can play with. So as I said at the beginning, or discount previous to that, we have the bulk discount, where in the bulk discount, we had the range of products or range of items that I can give a discount to. So we have 10 to 50. And then I have a specific discount that I can give depending on the number and so forth. And here I have 3 items, get specific discounts. So for example, you buy 3, you get 5%. And also I have the opportunity to make it recursive. Now, recursive means that it will return once more. So it will act like a loop if you're familiar with loops. So for example, I buy 3, I get 5%. And then if I buy another 3, then I get another 5%. Well, not another 5%, but I get a 5% more, or depending on the threshold itself. So for example, I get 3, I get 5% on those, and then I get another 3, I get another 5% on those 2. Let me show you that in action, and I think it will make sense even more. So let's turn the recursive. So 3 items, percent, 5. And by the way, I haven't showed that on all the other discounts, but every time that you want to change the discount type, depending on the discount type that you're choosing to, you'll be able to choose a different variety of discount. For example, you want a fixed discount or a fixed discount per card item. I just want to show you that in a very, very simple matter. So we can see here the percentage discount, and that's pretty much it. Again, the conditions, I'm not going to touch that, and I'm just going to click save save over here, not save and exit, because I want to show you here more options and thresholds. As we can see here, we have add more. So let me show you the recursive option, and then we're going to return and I'll show you how you'll be able to add more to the bundle discount. So let's head over to our cart, and then let's remove that to 1 and then update cart. And there we go. Here, it won't show us anything because I've lowered everything to 111. But when I buy 3 out of these, and let's say I would leave all of the rattlesnake and star cactus as 1 and 1, and let's update the cart, and now it will show us 5% discount. As we can see here, it will be $3. Now let's do 6, and then let's update our cart, and there we go, we have $6. The same goes if I'll head over here 3, it would increase the discount depending on the numbers. So each time I have 3 or plus 3 to be correct of each of those products, it will lower it by 5% specifically for those 3 products. So it won't include all the cart, it would specifically go on those 3 products and the price that would all would sum up to. Now, if I'll head over and add up another tier, for example, I'll head over here to add more, and let's say I want to add, for example, 10. Let's do, if a person or a user or one of my customers wants to buy 10 in terms of quantity of the rattlesnake, for example, you would get, let's go bigger, 40%, why not? And again, here I can do also recursive or not recursive, but I'm gonna leave that as it is. So over here, I'm gonna leave that as 40, then head over and update. Now, if I'll head over back to my cart and I'm gonna hit refresh, and then I'm gonna head over to my rattlesnake and I will increase it to 10, or rather I wanna head over to 9. Now, this is a very tricky situation where you can see here we have the item of quantity 3, it will get 5%, but when it will increase it to 10, it will get 40%. Let me show you what I mean. So here I'll have 9, so we can see here the discount has been increased, but if I'll head over and include it as 11, then I'm gonna get a bigger discount because he's already spending $645 on my website. So why not give him a 40%? Well, again, this is only depending on what you want to give to your customers. And this is the bundle discount. Now, once you're happy with it, of course, as usual, head over, click update and exit, and there we go. Now, if I'm gonna disable that, and here I'm gonna show you the buy one, get one discount, which is, they did it so good. This is what I really like about it. So let me show you what I mean here. So create a discount, and then let's head over to buy one, get one. By the way, I forgot to name it. So buy 3, get 2 free. I'm feeling large today. So before I'm gonna begin making the bundle itself, as usually, I'm gonna leave all the products, and here under the buy one, get one, I'm gonna leave the buy X, get X, even though we have other options. So if we have, for example, buy X, get Y. So in this case, have the money plan. If he buys 3 plants out of the money plans, he get 2 out of the rattlesnakes, just for example. But if you do decide to go with buy X, get X, so that means he will get from the same product. So for example, he buys 3 out of the money plan, then he gets 2 for free. It also rhymes, so that's good. But when someone buys for a specific product, then if I want to give him another product for free, that's also one thing that you can do, and it's very common to do so, whether it's on shops, wherever you go, you can see it however you want to. We can also decide whether it's going to be on products or on categories. This is only down to your preferences, do whatever you want with it, but this is the good thing about it. Now, depending on what you're gonna go with, whether it's gonna be buy X, get X, or buy X, get Y, the options down over here under the customer gets, right over here, sorry, the customer get would change, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. Let's first of all head over with buy X, get X, and then progress as we go. So BOGO rules, so we have the customer buys, for example, minimum quantity, so we have 3, max quantity, I'm gonna leave that as 3 also, so only 3. Then get quantity 2, we can decide whether it's gonna be percentage or a free item. So here I said for free, but it's not only limited for free, you can also give a discount for other products if you wish to buy more, but you want to give a discount for 2. So this is also one thing that you can do, but I just want to go with the example of free items. So here, there we go. And you can also decide where it's going to be recursive. So meaning, for example, he would buy 6 money plans and then he's going to get 4 rattlesnakes. Yeah, there we go. Let's head over with this one, and I'm going to head over and click save. Let's head over back to our cart, and then let's hit refresh. But before that, I want to lower it to 1 each one of them. So update cart, there we go. And I'm going to hit refresh just in case. There we go. Let's begin with money plan, as I told you before. So for example, let's head over with 3, update cart, and now we're going to see something very, very interesting. We can see here that even though I haven't added that manually to my cart, I already have here the money plan, 2 of these rather, for free. And we can see here, note this item is added as free. This is so great because what I've experienced on another discount plugin is that you have to add those products first of all to your cart, and then it would subtract or give you the discount. So just to give you the example of the other plugins, so let's say I want to make this exact discount. So let's disregard for a second the rattlesnake tail and the star cactus. So I would have to add 5 products of the money plan, and only then I would get 2 for free. Instead, what we have here is I decide that I want 3 products of quantity, for example, 3 money plans, and then the system, the plugin would add automatically the item to my cart. I don't need to do anything manually. This is so great. And this is what I love it so much. Now, what I showed you before is you can do it recursive. So for example, let's enable the recursive, let's click update, and then let's return to our cart and let's hit refresh. And then over here, nothing here has changed so far. But if I'll head over and increase the money plan to 6, for example, and update the cart, then I'm gonna head over and get 4 money plans for free. This is so great. This is the buy one, get one. Now, what happens if I want to do something different? So as I told you before, buy X, get X is you're getting from the same product. So therefore we have money plan and then money plan. Now let's see what happens when I'm gonna buy X and get Y. We can see here the item quantity. So any item of my shop. So let's do item quantity 3, select product. So let's do the money plan once more. So money plan, there we go. And then get quantity 2. So now instead of getting the same item as I told you before, so buy X, get X, so buy X, get Y would give us instead the money plan. So let's head over back and then we can see the money plan and then get 2 quantity, 3 items. Great. Let's update that and then let's return to our cart and then let's hit refresh. It will give us a money plan instead of a rattlesnake tail. Now, one thing that I did notice here is that what happened is that I had to remove it from recursive because it didn't quite work as I thought it would. And we can see here the minimum quantity and maximum quantity is still at 3. And I did select the money plan and then get quantity of 2 and free items and so forth. And there we go. We have this money plan over here. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this video. And there are a lot of options and a lot of configurations that you can even drill down even more. There are more conditions you can add over here and add an and or and filter it differently, whether it's on author, email, date created, price, tax, cart, and so forth. And again, I told you about the customer purchase history, which is just so great. Now, let me show you the pricing of it, just in case you were wondering how much it costs. And also what I like one more thing about this plugin is that it also has a lifetime plan. Personally, I like to buy, if I have the option and I have the resources for it, I usually go with a lifetime plan. This is my only personal preferences that I'm not pushing you to do so in any means. This is my own personal preference for that. So let me show you the pricing of the Disco discount plugin. So this is the Disco discount plugin website over here. So let's head over to our pricing. And then over here, you can see here the yearly plan, it starts from a $69 yearly, and also 5 sites, 99, which I think is great. And also 10 websites is $129 per year. Now, if we'll switch to the lifetime options over here, we have the 1 website, $276, which is great. 5 websites, $399. And then we have also the 10 site, $519 or $519. I also told you that I'm going to be showing you what's the features between the free and the pro. So there we go. Let me show you what is the difference here. We can see here the free and the pro. Now, most of the options I've already covered, but I wanted to show you here that we also have here the WPML, which I told you it is also working with multi-language plugins, which increase ability to your website. And also here we have the ACF fields. So filter products by custom fields with ACF, which is so great because I usually work with ACF and they're perfect, and also other plugins, but I'm not going to mention that because this is not the tutorial for it. But we have also the free currency exchange with currency, and this is what I told you about when you can work with different currencies on different languages, which can power your website even more. And also we have here payment method discount, product and cart based on condition discount, special BOGO discounts, which I've already covered. And also we have here the show custom discount pop-ups with promotion visuals, which is coming soon. And again, I want to thank you for watching this tutorial. It actually really supports me. And if you have any other questions, any other things that you want to ask in regards to that, any other tutorial that you want me to create on discounts, specifically whether it's on Disco or any other plugins on WordPress, Elementor, WooCommerce, or any other plugins or integration with WordPress, so please make sure to comment them down below. I'll be making making sure that I'm gonna do that as fast as I can, because companies like this reach out to me. They do support the channel as you do, and I really love them and you for giving me the opportunity, living the dream, and making those tutorials on my channel. So as always, I'll be seeing you in the next one.